But as a commuter to your job, it's unbelievably miserable. It has to be. Because I really think we're at a point in our species where we really don't need the 9 to 5 anymore. I think we have shown that you can do work from home and different hours that are more conducive to a happier life for your employees.
This is why I stopped listening to Moist Critical. Let me remind you guys something about Moist Critical. He had one job in college and quit it immediately. He started making money from YouTube, and he told everyone in his audience that he was going to use all the money from his YouTube channel and do it for charity. And then after working a couple days at his job at college, he was like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm going to take 50% of it because I can't afford certain things. And then after a while, he just said, fuck it, I'm taking all the money. That's Moist Critical.
I'm sure a lot of you saw this today, but just in case, here, I'll play it for you. I'm curious what everyone's opinion is on this subject, because I thought Twitter had some trash takes on it.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep.
Bed,
I don't have
yeah. So, I won't play the rest. That's fundamentally the whole thing. She gets her first 9 to 5, and she realizes that working that 9 to 5 grind leaves you with so little time to actually enjoy life, and it is, of course, very upsetting for her. So this account here is apparently like a really wealthy guy who's punching down on her, talking about like, oh, it's so heartbreaking, you have to have a job, ugh, that kind of thing. And Twitter dogpiled her. But at least a lot of people on Twitter dogpiled her, just clowning on her, talking about like how entitled she is about this and that. And I just thought that was so fucking dumb. I don't know if I'm taking crazy pills or what. I think everything she says here is totally reasonable. The standard 9 to 5, especially when you're not walkable to your job, you're commuting, let's just be very easy to work with, an hour there and back total. So an hour commuting to work for your 9 to 5, you get home at 7, like she says. That leaves you with like almost no time to do anything besides shower, eat, and you're exhausted from work. So like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? You can't really live the life you want to live. And for some reason, everyone thought that she was like some entitled harlot or something for.
This is exactly the fucking response that I thought Moist Critical was going to have. Let me remind you guys something about Moist Critical. I've watched him for a while, you guys. He's never had a job either himself. He had one job in college and quit it immediately. This is what happened with Moist Critical. He started making money from YouTube. Once he started college, he needed to get some money, and he told everyone in his audience that he was going to use all the money from his YouTube channel and do it for charity. And then after working a couple days at his job at college, he was like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm going to take 50% of it because I can't afford certain things. And then after a while, he just said, fuck it, I'm taking all the money. That's Moist Critical. Multi-millionaire dude over here talking about a 9 to 5 job. Not everyone is blessed to be in a fucking position that you are in, motherfucker. Like, that's so crazy, bro.
For this take. Instead of recognizing that the problem really is like, no, a 9 to 5 grind is not conducive to good mental health. Especially not when you have to factor in a commute. If you can walk to it and you can actually get home by 5, okay, maybe there's an argument to be made there, or working from home where you're done at 5, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But as a commuter to your job, it's unbelievably miserable. It has to be.
It has to be. Such an entitled prick.
And everyone dogpiled her for some reason. Of course, I'm being exaggeratory. It wasn't everybody, but so many people, and I just don't understand why. It's like, she's right. She is spitting facts. Like, she is just right. You can't raise a family. She mentions that she can't actually form a relationship because she doesn't have time. She can't meet people. She can't do the normal human experience because everything is work, work, work until weekend, basically. Like, she is correct. It sucks. And I think it's just kind of like this thing where I suffered, so everyone has to suffer the same way, as opposed to trying to find a better solution that isn't like the 9 to 5 grind. Because I really think we're at a point in our species where we really don't need the 9 to 5 anymore. I think we have shown that you can do work from home and different hours that are more conducive to a happier life for your employees, as opposed to making sure everyone sinks down to what everyone else experienced that was awful. Because I think so many people, like post college, have had this terrible experience 9 to 5. And now everyone thinks that that's the rite of passage everyone has to go through. And I just disagree. I don't think it needs to be that way. It's
This is why I stopped listening to Moist Critical. This guy is so smart and so fucking stupid at the same time. We are at a point of our species where we don't need to have the 9 to 5. What about doctors? What about all the necessary workers that happened during COVID? What about fast food? There are mechanics. There are people that are going to need to be in person to do the basic things that make this world go round. This is such an entitled asshole, man. Like, I like Moist Critical, and I know I'm going to have some people in my comment section say, oh, you don't understand what you're talking about. You're fucking stupid. I've made more money than you ever fucking have made with a 9 to 5 fucking job. And I have the proof. Go to my channel. Go to my lives. I've shown you what I do. I've had to work up to this point to get to all these damn jobs that I'm working from home, to making hundreds of thousands from home. I've had to get to that point. I've had 50 plus jobs. This guy is in no position to talk about anything like this. Not everyone can be a fucking streamer. If everyone in the world was a streamer and played video games every fucking day and made stupid ass videos like, oh, trying every burger at the McDonald's, or I tried every soda from, like, if everyone did that shit, this society would be trash. This guy's sitting on a throne, like talking shit like this, man. Like, bro, it pisses me off. That's why I stopped listening to this guy. This guy's fucking like, bro, just play games. Stop giving these hot ass fucking takes bro, this guy, like, bro, he so detached from reality, man.
the same mentality in RuneScape, not to tie it into some nerdy shit, but in old school RuneScape, there's always this fear of power creep when it comes to skilling. So basically, when something new comes out,
you see what I'm saying, bro? He can't even relate it to anything real because he hasn't actually had to live the real life. This motherfucker was blessed to be able to make money since high school from YouTube. YouTube from high school. He's had one job. One fucking job. A lot of these rappers are the same way.
It has to be obsolete for XP because everyone already suffered to get 99 through awful methods. So no one should be able to have an easier path or a more fun path. It needs to be miserable because we were miserable. And I always hate that perspective. I really do. I think she is 100% right. I really think she's on the money. I was just curious where chat lands on it. And no worries at all, Alpha. Thanks, Trey. It's the boomer mentality, she's right. It's not, though. It's not just like the older people. It's anyone else who has also gone through it or currently going through it that thinks, I'm miserable, this is just the way it has to be, so deal with it. Don't be so entitled. But it just doesn't have to be that way. It just doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be that way. You can post a stupid ass reaction video and get millions of views on it. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that right now, you guys? It's so stupid. Why aren't you making thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars making reaction videos on YouTube or playing video games? You're a fucking loser. That's what you are. That's what Moist Critical is basically telling fucking 99.99% of humanity. What the fuck are you talking about, Moist Critical? Yes, there are absolutely other things that you can do out there, but fuck it, they're fucking hard as shit. If you weren't one of the first people to do it, or if you're not doing some outlandish shit like Neon or ishowspeed or Aiden Ross or some shit like that, you guys, then you gotta do it the hard fucking way. You gotta do it the hard fucking way. Why? Because we missed out on those opportunities. KSI, fucking Corey Kenshin, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Ninja, Mr. Beast. They did this shit. Moist Critical is here because he's been doing it for 15, damn near 20 fucking years. It's easy to say this shit when you've never had to have a fucking job. Wow. I can't even watch any more of this. This dude is so delusional and out of his mind and detached from reality. Crazy.